Forgot to switch it. Hi, hey there, it's me, Just Variety. And today, we're playing Brothership. But, as you may have seen in the... There you go. As you may have seen in my community posts, both on Twitter and YouTube community posts. By the way, if you still haven't... Shameless plug. If you still haven't followed me on Twitter, you can do so by going in the link at the description of this stream, or in the link in my about page here in YouTube. And I often post more updates there because I'm I'm more chronically online on Twitter than I am YouTube as Just Variety, because I do have a different account where I watch YouTube actually. Oh, I didn't mean to see this. But yeah, as you may have seen in my community posts, today's stream won't be that long. Specifically because I'll be having guests later, and I may or may not be taking care of some other personal stuff later too. Some of those being related to Just Variety, sort of. But mostly it's because of stuff that I need to fix before school. You may have also seen one of my other community or Twitter posts that I've been informed that college will happen sooner, and I believe that's an island. Oh yeah, that's the island that Bernie and Chili have been referring to. I'm wondering if I should explore. Well, I can't now. But as I was saying, it's going to be a short stream now. We're just probably going to cruise along Burning Sea. Even though I said last Brothership stream that we'll probably leave the exploring to Future J. Well, technically, I am Future J, but we aren't actually going to play the game. We're mostly just exploring Burning Sea just to explore Burning Sea, if you understood what I said. Because yeah, in a couple of minutes, our visitor will be here already. So I'm just gonna explore. And you know what? Since we only have a couple of time, I should probably pick up the pace of Shipshape Island. Oh, and I just got message. I'm just gonna reply to that real quick. Anyway, let's get back. Okay, I think for Future J to be content, I think I would also want to like lighten up these darkened arrows in between ocean streams, because it seems like we haven't unlocked them yet, and I kind of want my map to be neat. So if I'm gonna be honest, I would also actually prefer to have some of these darkened spots here to be fully completed. But I guess once we complete the game, I'm assuming like we would encounter something that would just light up the entire sea once we probably fully explored the rest of Concordia. And okay, I think we should also lighten up this arrow. So I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna go here. Oh wait, yeah, sure. I guess that works. And then we're gonna go through this arrow, and then this two-way arrow, and then there are so many ways to go into this inner ocean stream. Now we're there. Let's just quickly have ship shape transfer to the right side, and then. Oh wait. Okay, I guess that works. And then once we're in this ocean stream, let's move here. I wonder if I can also get a glimpse of this from here. Oh, I guess I already passed through it, but I didn't get to see it. So I guess the answer to that is no. I'm also seeing a broken ocean stream here. Yeah, I guess this stream is going by way faster than I expected. But yeah, we are just exploring. For the burning sea, it's going to be a pretty chill one, or a pretty quick one as well. With that, I'm wondering actually if I have any... No, actually no. I don't have any side quests that I can do while passing the time. And we are passing by... Yeah, the combination between burning and the ice island, whatever that place is called, I forgot. We keep exploring it. I mean, air quotes, exploring it. And since I think we've already went to every place that we can anyway, I think might as well explore it, right? And just have Future J actually proceed the story. Or I guess I can make some progress now too. Stalling by thinking about it also makes the stream a bit has me waste time on the stream. So I guess I'll need to actually do something now. Let's have this pass. There we go. Hello, good morning, Catherine. Yes, completely different vibe. We're chilling now. Also, I would have hoped that okay, don't tell this to my visitors, but I kind of wish that they didn't went here, so that I can fully stream Brothership, because I really enjoy playing this game, and today's stream of Brothership is going to be shorter than usual, because yeah, they'll be here in a couple of minutes. So the initial idea that I had was just to fully explore the places that I can explore right now. Yeah, like completing some of the ocean streams. And right now, whitening out these parts. There we go. Faster sailing. There we go. However, I guess if we still have like a couple of time, then I guess we can afford to... We can probably afford to go to the new island just to take a sneak peek on what the next mission will be. And I believe we can't even do anything anymore anyway. That's a lot of any's. Because there's only one island that we haven't explored yet, and no other ocean streams that we can explore. So we are forced to go there, unlock new ocean streams, and then continue the story like so. For now, while that's going on, it's been quite some time since we haven't explored the shops here in Shipshape. Oh, and I guess we can also have build stuff. I wonder though if he has new stuff for us. The Toad houses seem to not have any new stuff though, or at least for items. I'm guessing that equipment or gears, there should be new gears, right? I mean, we've been gone for so long. Nope. For some reason, you would think though that here in Shipshape is where most recent gear goes, so that we don't have to go to different islands just to get different gears. But no, it looks like the lowest maximum of each island that we go to is what's given here in Shipshape. We don't have elite wear though, and I believe we already got elite shoes, elite boots, yeah. But I think we already have something better than that. So I would assume it's either sooner or later that we get gear or overalls that are better than elite wear, or at least one gear that's better than elite wear for either bro. It increases our defense just by 11, and I have to pay 920 just to increase points by 11, and it doesn't even have any special effect. Oh, and another thing that we can do, I guess, is use our beans now. I remember we got a lot of stash beans too. Well, welcome. Yep, great stuff. Here's accessories. Oh, we can't have build stuff for us right now. How about this? Not very delicious debuff. So is this. Increases the speed of your battle plugs are covered by ×2. That might be interesting if battle plugs really stayed that long per game. Per turn, as a matter of fact. HP bangle. It's interesting. The bangles seem, or just the accessories seem to remove a lot of stats from us by a certain unit. Like this, it removes every Luigi stat aside from HP and BP by 2. And for the delicious bangle, it's also 2. Which one was it? Here. This one, it's just 1s and 2s. And I believe we don't really have anything here that we can buy. HP isn't a problem. We have plugs that counter the need for HP, which are the easy counter or easy dodge, I don't remember. Defense, same argument. BP, we have plugs for that too. This one's intriguing though. If it didn't lower stats of defense, speed, and stash stats, especially for Luigi, because Luigi's stash stat. Oh, speaking of stash gloves. Speaking of, because Luigi's stash is, in my opinion, his main like gimmick. Quit. If we can't build stuff, then I guess let's just manage our beans. I think having like streams like this are pretty good too from time and time, for sometimes in Brothership, because I feel like sometimes Jay gets a bit time rushed. I'm not saying this for myself right now that I feel like I'm getting time rushed even though there are visitors coming soon. I'm just saying this in general, like I feel like sometimes I get too lost in the sauce in the story. So what happens is that I keep playing and then I forget to like actually prepare my gear and fix it, or like what do you call it? Maintain it. I feel like I forget to do that sometimes. So having breaks like these is pretty useful for future J2, so he doesn't have to worry. Or I guess just outright making us way stronger too, because we do have beans. There we go. Heart beans. I believe last time that we had heart beans, I just tried my best to equalize Mario and Luigi's HP. But for Mario that has the arc scope right now, I guess heart beans don't really matter, but it's also inconsistent since we change who has arc scope from time and time. Every now and then, like for every other scene. Roast bean. I believe Mario and Luigi can share this one, right? It's also kind of conditional to anyway. That if there's only one enemy, usually bosses, then Mario's BP is more in priority than Luigi's, because Luigi deals with crowds more. Power 2, defense, speed, stash. But for stash, I believe we just give all of the stash to Luigi, right? Like look, we're basically maxing out Luigi's stash. I wonder if there's a set maximum for this. Immediately I know that it's not 125 because we're at 131. Or no, it's not 130 because we have a defense of 131 for Luigi. I guess giving Mario some defense too would be good. We have 4. That puts Mario at 129. I believe it's also different actually from here. So Mario's defense is 125, 131. Oh wait, no, it's similar. Okay. Then I have no idea what I was talking about, I guess. Heart bean. Let's just distribute. I want to say distribute, but I feel like some of Mario's HP is in virtue of the gear that he has. I wish there was kind of like either a toggle or like a button that you can press in this menu that you can toggle on and off, or just a button that you can hold that showed you what their stats would be if they had the gear that they're wearing. So it's raw stats and then modified stats. I would have wanted to have that option. As a matter of fact, I would honestly love to have other RPGs do that. However, I have yet to see an RPG that does that. For speed, it doesn't really matter. But I guess having the bros have their turns one after another is better than having to wait another turn. Because for example, if a bro gets dizzied and then the enemy has higher stats than that one bro that got dizzied, then we risk that dizzied bro to get hit again, as opposed to if both bros have the same speed and one bro gets dizzied, the other bro can just immediately give a refreshing herb to the other bro. That's my rationale for this. So I'm gonna probably give most of my speed beans to Luigi. Plus, I believe one of Mario's like main stats are speed. If I remember this correctly, Mario's more on the attack, right? Like Mario has BP, power, and speed as his main stats that get leveled up whenever he levels up. And then Luigi has HP, defense, and stash. That's why I'm giving Luigi stash most of the time. Or actually all the time. To make that... Actually, it's not even that low of a power, much more useful. And you know what? We can even make it more powerful to make use of the stash, because stash is basically crit, and crit is nothing if your base attack is nothing in the first place anyway. So let's give Luigi some crit. Just balance stuff out and still make Mario pretty useful with that high BP and high power. Speaking of BP, we can give this to Mario. And you know what? Since Mario has Hatch Me If You Can, maybe it is better to give it to Mario, because Mario now has access to a bros attack that can target others as well. Hatch Me If You Can for now. I am kinda iffy though to who I should give this to. But in general, I believe Mario has it more powerful. And since it's a bros attack, I believe Luigi's stash still is in effect whenever Luigi is the one that hits, right? So I'm gonna give that to Mario. Defense, on the other hand, Arc Scope gets switched again between the bros. So I'm just gonna distribute this and make it as equal as I can. Have Mario have the high defense. And I feel like Past J talked about this, how we shouldn't be using some of our beans right now until late game. But to that, I kinda counter-argue now, because in my idea, in my head, I think it would be better to have them powerful now so they get more XP, and more XP means more power later, and more power later means more XP later, and then the cycle continues. That's basically the idea every time I make these kinds of like builds and whatnot. Anyway, there should be only one more ocean streamline that we haven't gone to yet. And there we go, we completed our track. Let's go here next. I wonder if there's also like a reward for completing these ocean lines, like 100%ing the area. Because in Legend of Zelda, oh my gosh, Breath of the Wild, for sure Tears of the Kingdom is like this too, but I still haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. But in Breath of the Wild, oh my gosh, when I 100%ed that, it took me so long. Like most of my time on Breath of the Wild is spent on just finding Korok seeds. And then after I got all the Korok seeds, I soon figured out that you actually need to defeat all of the mini bosses as well. The Moldugas, not Lionels, I think. The Hinox, I forgot what the skeleton Hinoxes are called. But those guys. And are those everything? I don't remember. But yeah, you had to defeat all of them. It took me quite some time. And then after all of that, I thought I already 100%ed the game. Because I already defeated Ganon and I did all of the side quests. And then I shortly figured out, like I soon figured out, that I actually needed to explore every place as well. I was like, no way. I already have DLC, so that kind of makes it easier. But I'm still shocked that you need to explore every place. Okay. kind of a chore, but at the same time I understand. Because like what? You're telling me I didn't go into like the domain expansion of this one area, that's why I didn't get the title screen of that area, so I don't have 100% because of that area. It took me so long to explore every area. I was just looking at my I don't know what the DLC is called, but the kind of like the hero's path, where it tracks the last like what 40 hours or 400 hours of your movement, like real 40 hours. So I was just looking around, trying to see which ones I have and haven't gone to yet, because I couldn't see a tutorial or at least a guide that made it easier for me. At the end of the day, it was just brute force of us, like, or of me just going through all of the places I've already been to and places beside them. But I gotta say, it's not annoying. Like, despite my tone being like this, it was just I guess overwhelming is what I'm trying to say. It was fun to say the least, because I still got to explore new stuff and some Easter eggs, very interesting. And that topic, that tangent, actually stemmed from us exploring all of the seas, like all of the ocean currents as well in the sea. And I gotta say, I still haven't gone to really take a look at all of the ocean streams. These patterns look beautiful, by the way. I can imagine some of them being maps, like if they were 3D maps. I mean, it is an ocean map, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I can imagine the place, like, you know, actually being terrain instead of just the ocean map, and us being restricted to those ocean maps. Like, if this was like an actual map, I would have understood them being land that we can walk to. Anyway, since we still have a couple of time, let's explore this one real quick. And Heat Freeze Island is what it's called. It says heat first on the left, but the left side of the island is the cool place, and the freeze is on the right, but the island itself has the volcano on the right. Okay, pretty cool island though. I always like these themings of contrast, especially the classic contrast between hot and cold, fire and ice, water and fire. It's pretty cool, water and lava. Because I think that's because I grew up with what was it again? Was it Waterboy and Fire Girl, or Waterboy and Fire Girl? I think it's the latter, actually. The latter, not the ladder where you climb. And I believe I also grew up with that one movie that had Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Oh my gosh, speaking of lava, Luigi, no, oh, what? Okay, I wasn't expecting Luigi to actually fall into the lava. That's so smart. That's so smart, like the way it introduced the gimmick of the island. The music is also it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's kind of a wow, it reminds me of Overcooked, and it reminds me of Overcooked. Like, need I say more? This is so cool too. Since ice and fire, just the entire theming of cool and hot. Ooh, the torches too has always been a staple. Like, I understand why this looks cool, but at the same time, like, fundamentally, like, think about it. It's contrasts between each other, but it just works so well. And I can also, like, cite another example of contrasts working well, because take a look at color theory. Complementary colors are opposite to each other, and this is no exception. it's very pleasing to the eye. It like gives off cool and awesome at the same time, respectively, of course. Cool and awesome, yeah. And I gotta say, it's pretty awesome to see one of these contrast things again in Mario. Yeah. Shark Boy and Lava Girl is like a movie on its own, right? And then the other one that I was saying was like I'm not sure if it's Water Boy and Fire Girl or Fire Boy and Water Girl or any combination of the sort. But that, I believe, is a Flash game, right? There's also sequels of that, and I believe there's also a sequel of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Like, I enjoyed those as a kid. It looked goofy, and the Flash games, I didn't have anyone to play with, so I just used 2 controls for myself. I mean, I have 2 hands, so yeah, you could say it's sad, but in my opinion, that's also like one of the reasons why I'm at least the skill I am in games. Oh yeah, Fire Boy and Water Girl. So it's like the opposite of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. The boy is the fire now, and then the girl is the water now. And it makes me so confused to remember El Nino and La Nina in the Philippines. I have no idea which one's the dry season and which one's the rainy seasons. And I believe I should start learning this soon, seeing as how my college is pretty far. And I have to take care of my college stuff pretty soon. You're obsessed with cold stuff. Yeah, you don't say. You're obsessed with hot stuff. Insane. I refuse to lose this fight. Oh, so this was the quarrel that those 2 characters have been talking about, Bernie and Chili. Great timing. Oh yeah. Let me guess. Those 2 brothers were like the powerhouses when it came to who gets to control the console. But I'm only guessing you at least got to watch your brothers try to play. For me, I'm actually the brother in in our family, so it's interesting to see it from the perspective of someone else on the opposite end of me. Speaking of contrasts, perhaps you can settle something. Alright, come this way. Oh, okay, it's an entire army. Consultants! So the day has finally come. They all have like equal people. Equal people of old, tall, short. So cool. El Nino is hot. Okay, so it's basically Fire Boy and Water Girl. Okay. I remember because it was constantly in the news at one point. I thought they made La Nina up to just to have an opposite. Yeah, it's like a mythical being to us right now. And it doesn't happen often. Actually, you know, it's been happening recently, but only a couple of times here. And not really like one straight season of rain. But I guess that's okay because I remember when I was younger, like way younger, it rained hard. Like it poured down basically what do you call those things, like the big bottles that you used to pour usually juices. The clouds basically pulled one of those things and poured a lot of water, and it even went inside our house, the flood. And I gotta say, I didn't enjoy that. Even though I'm just a really young kid then. Like I should have like found the excitement to that, but I guess I'm just one of those kids. Clearly you can tell because I didn't have anyone to play Fire Boy and Water Girl with. You saw your brothers fighting and thought you're not getting you know what? Yeah, fair. For me though, I never had someone to fight with because the gap between my sibling is quite long enough for me to actually grow some maturity, so I never got to witness that. However, I did hear stories from my other I guess cousins that they fought. And just hearing their stories is pretty funny, actually. So the day has finally come. We'll settle it once and for all. We're here to connect you. Connect our island? That's not important. Oh wow, they already know. Boylan Village. Reason Village. Which one is the best? What? Why should there be better? Something better. Well, if I'm gonna be unbiased though, technically, historically, fire was always the biggest like discovery back then. Oh, welcome to Jo. You didn't get to either because you were PC folks. Oh, to me it's actually the opposite. Consoles came first, or in fact handhelds. Like one of my very first handhelds were like the DS. No, actually not the DS. Like I had Game Boys first, and then I progressed through the timeline, but very slowly though, because we weren't the most capable of people when it came to money. But I don't want to touch upon that. Point is, handheld and consoles came first and then PC. And there came a time where I actually focused more on PC because it got to the point where I was kind of lazy to set up my handhelds and consoles to have a station of their own so that I can conveniently like pick one up, charge the other, and then charge the one that I'm using and then pick the other one up. So I just resorted to PC because it's once you're plugged and ready to go, you just keep playing. But now though, I'm proud to say that I have a pretty good setup where I have my PC and my console and handhelds together with me in one singular place. I believe that's like a pretty good takeaway from all of this. And it's not one of those it just happened too. It's more of a I guess I had to earn this. And it took I guess years, not decades, because I believe it's just 1 decade plus years. Still some effort though. And with that effort, we're also gonna apply some elbow grease to to resolve heat freezes problem too. Your parents didn't see any need for the consoles. Fair argument honestly, but I don't think. Well, you could always just use emulators. Well, why even bother, you know? But back then, I was one of the like I want to have the original, so I'm not gonna like use an emulator. But I did already get exposed to the digital area, just not too interested in it back then. But when I discovered YouTubers and streamers, oh boy, you can only like guess and try figuring it out what happened next. Same case with console, 1 PC and 3 kids. Yeah, watching's pretty good too because you get to like learn before you actually wield the sword, the console. Dang. That's a lot of PCs. We actually got a PC pretty late. That's why, I guess that's also one of the reasons why I stuck with handheld and consoles first. Okay, never mind all that. Great, wonderful, wow. Well, we can force our way past them, tempting as that might be. Always a quarrel in these islands. I guess this is our sneak peek because my visitor might come pretty soon. However, still no message from them though, so let's keep going. I guess we visit their little villages and get this annoying, but hopefully food-related task done.
I got you.
Where did you get the idea? Oh, because ice cream and the hot pot. Okay. Reason Village is famous for its potato gelato. Potato? Boylan Village is known for their hot potatoes too. Oh wow. Just a lot of potato themed stuff, huh? You know what? I'm all in for it. I do love myself a starchy tater dish. Alright, wait. I'm gonna mute for a bit because I think my visitor's already here. Alright, I'm back. Very quickly. They're just probably setting aside their stuff in probably the living room area for now. So I have to I probably have to end this real quick now. Try each village's dish. I would want to, honestly. Oh, since our last village too was Bulbfish Island, it's gotten me to think about food recently. And I gotta say, another like bit of just variety information. I was never known for being that one guy that liked food. Despite, I know, despite being a Filipino, don't hate me. I never gotten to really indulge, I guess. Indulge in the world of food, in the world of foodie goodies. But as I am growing up, I don't get me wrong, I still don't particularly enjoy those food. However, because of YouTube's influence, I've been getting a lot of food related shorts recently, and I gotta say they look delicious. I probably won't like some of them, but they do look at least good, and some of them look easy enough, and they replicate stuff that I love too. So I'm kind of tempted to try some of them, but we don't have ingredients. So I guess that's a story for another time, and who knows, I can probably make a stream about that. But for this stream though, I'm gonna call it for now. Probably one of the shortest J streams ever, not counting that one Tetrio stream where power went out, so I was forced to end the stream really early, like before 20 minutes. But anyway, I have to take care of our visitor real quick. I just looked at them real quick too. So I'm gonna end the stream here. We got a sneak peek of Heat Freeze Island, so that's pretty cool. And precautionary save because I kept yapping. I forgot if I had already saved. And yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here real quick. Thank you for visiting real quick and having a chat. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. See you tomorrow on Patreon. You can also visit and pay me to do stuff. No promises though. And since it's June, prices are lowered. So see you there. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, Bash. Bye-bye. Take care.